Hello guys, it's Jeff Hartford here, back again for another video. This time, I'm going to be doing a review of the Super Minipla Zambot 3. In case you're wondering, this is a 3D printed Autobot symbol I made myself. First off, I want to show the actual packaging, which it comes as this. Very simple box, but it's unique. Although it does come with the boxes, it comes with 4 of the boxes, which are basically the kits that come with the kit. And the first one we're gonna be reviewing is this one, which is a Zambot Ace. And here he is. He is a small little fella, I'll say that much. And in case you're wondering, yes, this guy can transform into his jet thing. But, like, one thing you need to keep in mind is this is a Super Minipla kit, which Super Minipla kits are known for being small. And also, typically won't do the full-on transformation. They'll usually typically use parts forming. So keep that in mind. But first off, I want to show what he does. He comes with a gun, which you can see here. You'll see there's other things he comes with, like attachments, gun attachments, basically. He comes with 2 accessories, which is an open hand, sling out hand, so he can do pizzazz and all, just jazz hands, I guess. And that's pretty much the accessories other than these 2. So now let's get on. Let's get on to the articulation. For articulation, he has a ball joint in the head. So you can wiggle all about. And you can see these eyes? These are actually painted. It comes with another set of eyes that aren't painted, but why would you use those unless you're a painter, I guess? Other eyes than that. Let's get back to articulation. His arm is connected to the body via ball joint, so it can move side to side and do what a ball joint does. Fair warning though, if you move this guy too much, he will fall apart. The arm can move up, and there goes the ball joint. Yes, that's gonna happen a lot with this figure, and the arm can go up this much. And it has a single. Shit. Sorry guys, I mean, it's not the most. It's easier to mess with these when they're not. Oh, the only problem I have to say with this kit is these ball joints are a pain, and they can like easily pop out when you try like you moving this guy around. And sometimes that too now apparently. He has a single jointed elbow which can go, oh gosh, come on. It can go up this far, which is more than 90 degrees. His arm is also, oh my gosh. Can we stop it? You were fine when I first got you. Why are you being a pain now? His arm is on the ball joint, so it can go easily do what the ball joint does. And can also easily swap out the ball joint. So yeah. Okay. Be that way. He is he can you can see here there's a ball joint here, and it inserts into the socket, which allows it to have an ab crunch. Not much, because actually it's a bit actually. Let me move the arm out. If you can see here, it can move that much, which would be great for articulation. It's also on the ball joint below, so it can, as you can see, so it can't do quite 360 though. It can only do like you can see it catches on, the body catches on here and here. Um, if you think of this kind of like crotch, it would be kind of hard for the legs to move out, but it is kind of hard to move out. But actually, no, sorry, I was thinking of something else. It goes only out that far, which is kind of disappointing, but oh well. It can also, there's a rotation at the thigh, so it can do pretty decent pose, but if you look here, there's like a bar there, so it can move side to side, and it's also, the bar is also has a ball joint on it, so the socket inserts into it, and it allows to move out even a little bit farther than usual. Okay, so when it moves out, how far can the knee bend? Well, it can bend this far, which is a bit more than 90 degrees. And of course, the cockpit is yes, the feet are the cockpit. So if you step on his toes, the guy's dead. And you can move because it's attached to a ball joint on the side. You can't really see it, but you can definitely tell how there's nothing there. It's like free. See how there's nothing on top? It's attached to the side, which allows it to move pretty well. And it also has a flap, so it can actually hinge out a little bit more than before, which is really helpful for articulation. So now that this guy is gonna keep on falling apart, I guess I should transform him now. So first off, what you're gonna do, you're gonna probably just take off the arms and take these off. So you have just the arm and the lower arm. And if you can't saw it earlier, in here, these are another piece, which fortunately I'm probably going to have to get a knife to get out. Because you see, there's another one of like these pieces in there, and it's kind of hard to get out. There you go. I just used a wing. Pop it out. Come on. There you go. See how tiny this is and compared to this? Yeah. And what you're going to do is you're going to insert the square peg into the square slot so that you can basically just do this. Ta-da. I'm going to do it the same. Okay, now it's done. Of course, what you want to do next is you're going to want to come here, remove the thighs, and basically, like the legs, just like how the legs are connected, you're going to basically use this peg to insert into this hole. And what it does is, it does that. So I'm just going to really quickly do this one because you can do that one fairly easily. And basically, if you insert this back on, and though there's one thing you actually have to do. You have to basically disassemble this guy to basically do this. The take apart, yeah, this is not the most easy part to take apart. I'm probably getting this out of camera. Sorry for those who have to deal with badly angled camera. Okay, so you take this, you insert it. Oh my gosh. I don't want to cut off. I just want to do this real quick. But it's a pain in the ass. Just insert it back in. And you get the back quickly. And you put it back on as fast as you can. Because otherwise it becomes even more of a pain, and you basically take the head back up and you insert it back in. So it hides the head, and yeah, kind of fortunate they couldn't have done like if actual like just moving the parts down, but I can forgive it. I mean, yeah, there's not much room to work with. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna wanna plug it back in, plug this back in. And yeah, you can still see his eyes. Kind of funny, actually. And with all that effort, and now all these parts you don't use. This is it. This is the jet. And yeah, you can see the head, and proportionally wise it looks bad. There's a reason they gave replacement jet, which is, you can see obviously. Of course, then let's go on to the next box. Okay, now we have it, and here it is. Here's the jet, the other jet, which you can tell looks so much better because proportionally it looks fantastic because it's streamlined, it's flat, and as you can see, the head, this is different colored head. Actually, you know what? Let's do comparison. Comparison wise, yeah, it's kind of night and day which one is better. Well, the only one that this gets better is this part, but except for the eyes, because it's kind of hard to hide the eyes though. No, it's hard to hide the eyes, so it's kind of forgivable. The wings do angle up, and this moves, but that's for later. Otherwise, that's the only articulation you're getting. And of course, this part comes with the head, and it's a crescent moon. Alongside of it, you get an actual belt, which will clip around the belt, which will clip around onto the Zambot Ace by pegging into this slot and this slot. Of course, I am not going to actually show that off because that will be painful. I don't want to transform the guy again. Okay, now the gun comes with a lot of options, so you can peg this into here. Wait, no, sorry, wrong slot. You peg this machine gun, like, crap, I forgot what it's called. Oh no, I know. I'm sorry guys, I can't show off one thing though, because you see here, when I was taking this off the mold, I actually clipped off the peg, so now it doesn't work for me. But what I can show off, hopefully, is this the right plate? Because there's a lot of pieces to this. Take off the gun. Take off the gun, you peg this in. You take D3, I believe. Yep, this is it. And you basically slide that in there. And now you got a more complete gun. Of course, if I hadn't taken this part off, you can attach it there. But you can also replace this piece into here, which I'll actually show off. Wait, can I? I think I might not be able to. I think it might be like this, actually. Let's see the hole. There's the hole. No, that's not how it works. I really don't know what to do here. I know this guy's is taking so long. Okay, let's just continue on. And you also get another piece which will be seen later. Sorry about that, guys. We had a bit of a technical difficulty. Of course, then we also got the staffs, which will be used. In combine mode, which you can do a variety of stuff, of course, with these, and you can swap out these, and it's generally simple stuff. Do that, like that. Then you can also do. Actually, no, you can't. No, you can't. You can do stuff like that, or do this. It's generally like simple mix and matching stuff. This is just as weaponry. Of course, I prefer to do like this. I'm not really a big fan of these. I mean, I'm not really going to use these much. Oh, shit, I just realized this is the one part I wanted to turn into another one of these later. Because it's a piece of runner that looks pretty close. Actually, it can't be used. So anyway, let's go on to box number 3 now. Now, back to the review. This is the third box. This is all it comes with. Just this and that. Of course, we have a bit to that. This you can see, this is of course the hands. This is the hands with no holes. They can use basically just for display. None. This is, I'm gonna assume this is from the show where it shoots something from its fingers. No, it can actually shoot from its fingers because it's a tank, and I don't know what it does. This is used exactly when it does exactly when it's in its combined mode. Of course, this is holding hands, and some this is some actually there's angled holding hands, and there's normal holding hands, which actually, am I missing pieces? Oh my gosh, I am actually missing a piece. Huh. Well, that's a bit of a problem. So, there isn't much this can do on its own, to be honest. It's a tank, and that's obviously the chest. And it got a clear piece. There's a clear piece here. It's yellow. I mean, the only articulation you can do is this, which, well, right now it should be able to do. Is that, but actually I just realized I screwed up. It's supposed to be like this. I don't know. Yep. It's supposed to be like this right now. I never realized that. Actually, no, it's supposed to be. Technical difficult. Okay, so nowadays, basically, there's the arms weren't supposed to be extended out. Basically, you could see, it's a tank. Just treads. I know, like I would try saying something more, but like that's pretty much it. Man. Okay, next box. Okay, so now this is the jets of the. Actually, no, this is called the Zambase. Okay, actually, real quick, let me correct something. Okay, this is a Zambird. This is a Zambol. This is a Zambase. Sorry, guys. That was my mistake, and I just realized I was on the ball. I wish I could have said that earlier because that would have helped. This. Okay. Now let's just move the stuff back to the side. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, this is the Zambase. The Zambase is basically a jet. I guess. It's essentially just the robot legs. I mean, honestly, it's not fooling anybody. Though, actually, no, it kind of does look like an actual jet, but just the angle and it's at. It's not bad. There's a clear piece, of course. I did actually do some panel lining there, so it doesn't look bad. There's missiles here, actually, which fire off. The box itself comes with these pieces, which won't be used until much later. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, actually, no, it comes with landing gear, which are removable. And they're only there so it can actually support itself. Like this, instead of like that. No, so it can support itself like that. If it doesn't have the landing gear, it'll be like this. When it does, it's like that. That's the entire point of it. Of course, I believe these are also missiles or lasers. I'm sorry, I really need to get to watching the show, and I just love the design, and I was so happy it got a Super Minipla kit. And I know it's made by Tomino, so it's definitely probably good. It's definitely good, because I heard all the good things from it. It's also one of the first ever dark Super Robot shows, so it kind of took people by surprise. Okay, so, there's one thing we've all been waiting for so far in this review. I mean, without a doubt. I think we all know this thing is. I think it's time to Zambot free. Did I just screw that up? I really hope I didn't. Okay, so first off, you're going to take this off. You're going to take off the wings. Take off basically everything. What you want to do is you're going to want to hinge these back into here, so it can fold into here. One problem I have to admit, like, these are connected via ball joints, so they do tend to unpeg. So I just typically just fold it back up after that. One thing you want to do is you're going to want to unpeg and flip these around for robot mode, so it has flat feet. Next up, you're going to take Zambase. Zambot. You're going to want to unpeg this part. Unpeg this. Take out the tires. Peg this part. Peg it back in. The back. You'll see why later. I'm going to want to, of course, take these out. Peg this back in. Which you'll then, because there's a hole here, you want to put in where the side is the most open. This is on a ball joint, so this hand I'm just gonna remove, peg in the other hand, which is better looking in my opinion. What's going on? Oh, guess I was just rubbing up against parts. Yeah, it's too tight. Yeah, this tends to pop out because these are on like small ball joints, which they peg into here, and which isn't the best connection, but there's an actual reason for that being there. So it's forgivable. Unpeg this hand because that's what I want to do. Peg it back into here because it's good. You want to take this piece. Actually, no, not yet. Take this piece back from earlier and basically plug this in. Plug this part in. No, sorry. I'm going to plug it in like that. Now to also attach sorry, I forgot about this. I want to attach these to back here. You want to attach these stars and plug them into here. You want to take these, also move this up. Okay, you're going to want to basically see the stunt. If I recall correctly, you're going to want to peg it into there so you can peg it into here, but I'm going to do something first. So we're going to do with this like the fake chest guy, the Zambird. I'm going to take that off. Actually, here I actually replaced this race with this piece. Just a fair warning. Then you take the Zambot head, Zambot free head, take it in, and you basically, actually no, got one step. You can take these off. You angle the wings so they can fit into here. Of course, you want to make sure. This is the most fiddly part. I know. Make sure everything's flat when you do this. Then you slide it in like these. Then you come to the back. You plug this in. And there you have it. There you have your Zambot free. And this guy is pretty tall. I mean, he is what Dr. Pepper can, and thankfully you can't see me that well. And moving on. Of course, you can use the accessories from earlier, those hands and that's all the point of them. And basically use the hands from tank mode. You detach them and peg replacement ones in. So like so, you peg that back in. I'm not going to show these off because I don't really want to mess with these now. So no, I need to. And pretty much, yeah, he looks great, I'm gonna be honest. Got yellow. It's only one thing to say though, fair warning. The yellow you see here on the camera is a lot darker, same with the rest of the colors. Generally it looks great. Like the cockpit from before actually became this piece, which was really smart, honestly. It covers it up pretty well. And just generally, I love the look of this guy. He looks great, he looks fun, and he is fun to build, especially. Oh yeah, did I mention this guy's a Malkin? He's a candy toy Malkin specific, actually. So, articulation wise, the head he's on the ball joint. Actually, he's on two ball joints. One ball joint is inserted into the actual head. One ball joint is actually inserted into the body. So you get a decent range of movement. You can do the chicken. The arms, surprisingly enough, can do an actual 360. Actually, I didn't think it could. One thing interesting to note is these arms are on an interesting joint system. That falls off a lot. What's interesting about this is it can hinge out to give it even more articulation, when usually it'd be like this. Instead, with the hinge, you can see it goes out a lot more. Of course, though, it's kind of fiddly, though, to mess with. There's a bicep swivel. So no, swivel there. They can, it's got, when you first use the first bend, you get a little above 90 degrees, but it's double jointed, so you can get way above simply 90 degrees. You get a decent amount. You can't go fully up to the chest because these parts are blocking the way. I mean, it probably would if it wasn't being blocked. Okay, one issue I do need to talk about. You see this chart here? This is where the Zambird connects to the Zambot. One side of two parts. This typically likes to push apart. So fair warning, you have to push it back down a bit at times. It only happens when you play with it. One thing I want to say though, this is honestly interesting engineering they came up with, which I'm kind of amazed at it. There's, if you can show it off, can I not? Why isn't it show? Okay, there it goes. There's an actually app crunch. It's an actual app crunch. Move the arms out. Okay, sure. And the way they do that is that from earlier I mentioned those pegs. Yeah, there's a pegs. Those pegs allow these to move on their own. Oh god. And there's also like a hinge on the Zambird, so it allows it to actually do a nab crunch, which that's an interesting engineering. Okay, now we'll go back. Yeah, I'll go back. You can go pretty far, like much. Yeah, of course, pieces of art falling off this guy if you mess with him like too much. Especially these pieces. This piece though, if you push too hard on it down the bottom, it'll pop out. Oh yeah, funnily enough, and our cockpit is like literally located there because this piece is that piece. Kind of funny, but continuing on, he's on a ball joint, so he can do what a ball joint does. Allows him to bend a little bit more too. He can't do a free 100%. He can't do a full 360 because again, this part's blocking it. If it wasn't there, it wouldn't be blocking it actually. And this is actually on an interesting bit of side skirts. See, these side skirts are pegged into this piece so it can move a little bit, but it's a bit rough. Actually, no. Sorry. I am actually going to break the bone. I screwed up. That could actually break the peg. Yeah, there's a stress mark there now. That allows it to move out because it's pegged in by actually up into there, not through there. That's kind of engineering. I kind of wish they would have done better a little bit on. Though you can actually move this up, which allows it to kick forward fully. And of course, the knee bend is decent. There's actually a cutout right there for the part to move out there, which is actually pretty neat and also great for articulation because it means instead of it going like here, it goes to here, which I love about this kit. If you can't tell, I really like this kit, even if the flaws it has. Of course, the foot's on a ball joint, so you can do a ball joint. It can go up this far. You can move. You can actually move this part out, but like that's not supposed to be moved out. You can do a good tilt. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you can only go up this far with the legs, because otherwise then it pushes up against the parts. Yeah, and that's generally it. So what did I say? If you can't tell by now, I say pick this guy up. He's a fun guy, but yes, there's aftermarket prices you're gonna have to deal with, of course, with this guy. I mean, it's a Super Minipla. It's not really like mass. It's mass produced, but it's not like it's not like something that can be made over and over again. Like, it's supposed to be made in like a large bunch, then wait a while, then made more. That's pretty much how they work. It's very being undescriptive, but that's how they work basically. And unfortunately, that makes them kind of rare and kind of expensive to buy. But I do really recommend you guys seek out this guy because he's a fun kid to mess with. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found this review informative. If you have any thoughts, comment them below, or you want to see anything else, please ask. Like, I do have a Common Rider Masquerade I'm probably going to review. So, expect that in the future. Anyway, guys, this is me, Jeffrey48, signing out.